is Laryne Gracel Mercado from STEM-11 YA-13, and I'm going to teach you the hypothesis.
Truth will prevail. Truth will set you free. In this world full of lies, how sure are you that what you believe is the truth? Making an assumptions. Collecting sample data. Calculating sample statistics. Those are ways on how to seek the truth, or we should call it significance testing. Null hypothesis. It is a statement that claims that there is no statistical significance between two variables. Always remember that null hypothesis always contains the equal sign. It is denoted by H0, where the H stands for hypothesis and the 0 implies for no difference. Next, we have alternative hypothesis. It is simply the inverse of null hypothesis. It is denoted by HA. In this table, you will see that the HA, or the alternative hypothesis, is just the inverse of HO, or the null hypothesis. For example, look at the second row. You will see that HO is equal while HA is not equal. Now, let's have an example. On the year 2018, the average people who live in poverty line in the Philippines is more than 3.9 million. Observe that the original claim in this situation is more than 3.9 million, so we will put more than 3.9 million in the original claim. Can you still remember the meaning of alternative hypothesis or the competing claim? I will make you remember. And in this situation, look at the table and look what is the alternative hypothesis of more than. If you think less than is the alternative hypothesis, then you are right. Then we should put more than 3.9 million in the null hypothesis or the original claim, and less than 3.9 million in the alternative hypothesis or the competing claim. Let's have another example. You've been accused of cheating, but the truth is you did your best and you did not cheat to pass the exam. The original claim here in this situation is you did not cheat to pass the exam. And the competing claim, or the inverse of the original claim, is you cheated just to pass the exam. In the competing claim, you just have to inverse the original claim. And our null hypothesis here is the original claim, which is you did not cheat to pass the exam, while the alternative hypothesis here is you cheated just to pass the exam. Now, let's move on to types of error. We have here the type 1 error, which means null hypothesis is rejected when it is true. It is known as false positive. Next, we have type 2 error, which means the null hypothesis is rejected when it is true. We have an example for you to understand it deeper. People accuse Dave that he stole the phone, but the CCTV says that he did not steal the phone. Our original claim or null hypothesis here is Dave did not steal the phone. We have here situation 1 in which people said that Dave stole the phone when in fact he did not steal the phone. In situation 2, people said that Dave stole the phone when in fact, he did steal the phone. In the next situation, people said that Dave did not steal the phone when in fact, he did steal the phone. In the last situation, people said that Dave did not steal the phone when in fact, he did not steal the phone. Always remember that type 1 error is the truth but is rejected, while type 2 error is false but accepted. The question here is which statement represents type 1 error? And the second question is which statement represents a type 2 error? Now, we have to cross out the situation that is true and accepted. Next, we have to cross out the situation that is false and rejected because we don't need those situations. Now that we have already crossed out the situations that is not needed, we have to answer the first question, which statement represents a type 1 error? Remember that type 1 error is the truth but it is rejected. First, take a look at the null hypothesis, which is Dave did not steal the phone. Next, let's find the situation that says Dave did not steal the phone, and that is situation 1. True, but it is rejected because people said that he stole the phone when in fact, he did not steal the phone. So now we already have our type 1 error. Next is the type 2 error. Let's find the situation that is false but it is accepted, and in that case, it is the situation number 3. So that is our type 2 error. Let's have another example and I will make it easy for you to understand. Aling Marites saw Ana with a boy and gossiped it right away with her amigas that it was her boyfriend, but the boy is her cousin from another country. Our null hypothesis is the boy was Anna's cousin and not her boyfriend. Let's understand the situation carefully. Let's read the first situation. Aling Marites said that the boy was Anna's boyfriend. In this sentence, we know that it is false, so we put an X on top of it for us to remember that it is not true. In the next sentence, it says here, but the truth is it was really her boyfriend, which is also not true because the boy is her cousin, so we also put an X on top. Now let's move on to the next situation. Aling Marites said that the boy was Anna's boyfriend, which is also false, so we put an X. But the truth is, it was her cousin. This sentence is true, that's why we put a check on top of it. Next situation. Aling Marites said that the boy was not Anna's boyfriend. This sentence is true, so we put a check on top of the sentence. But the truth is, it was her cousin. In this sentence, we know that it is the truth, so we put a check also on top of the sentence. In the last situation, Aling Marites said that the boy was not Anna's boyfriend, which we know it is the truth, so we put a check on top of the sentence. And the next sentence says that, but the truth is, it was her boyfriend. This sentence is false because it was not her boyfriend, so we put an X on top of the sentence. Now it's time to observe the check and X that we put on top of each sentences. Cross out the situation that has a similar X on top or similar check on top, and that is situation 1 and situation 3. We cross them out because we are finding for the error or the wrong judgment. Now let's proceed to answering question number 1, which statement is type 1 error. Like the past example, in finding type 1 error, we have to find which statement says the truth, but it is rejected. And in that case, it is the situation number 2. And lastly, our type 2 error is the situation number 4 because it was false, but it is accepted.
Again, this is Laryne Gracel B. Mercado, leaving a saying from William Paul Thurston: mathematics is not about numbers, equations, computations, or algorithms. It is about understanding.